Now we're going to continue with our lesson on distance formula, moving on to objective 2. Calculate the length of a line segment using the distance formula. Example 2a. Find the distance between the 2 points, 8, -4 and 4, 6, using the distance formula. So the first thing that I'm going to do is write down the distance formula. And again, you simply refer to your formula sheet to get this formula. So it is d equals the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay? So the only thing that we need to figure out is what is our x1, what is our x2, what is our y1, what is our y2. Now we remember from partitioning line segments how to label these parts. So if we look here at our first ordered pair, this 8 would be our x1, that's our first x value. This is our y1, our first y value. x2, our second x value. And y2, our second y value. Okay, so now all we have to do is plug these values in. So we have d equals, and yes, you need to write the whole thing out. Don't be lazy and skip right in the square root, because if you skip right in the square root, you may forget to take the square root at the end. Okay, so our x2 is 4 minus, bring down your minus, and then our x1 is 8. Close parentheses, squared. You're just bringing everything else down. Now our y2 is 6 minus, and then our y1 is -4. So we'll see how we have two negatives here. That's because the original formula has a minus, and our ordered pair is a -4. Make sure that you put both, okay? All right, so now we're just going to solve by simplifying our parentheses. So 4 minus 8 is -4. -4. Keep that in parentheses. Plus, these two negatives become a positive. So 6 plus 4 is 10. So that is 10 squared. All right, now let's keep going. All right, so -4 squared, which is the reason that I tell you guys to keep it in parentheses is because for those who don't know their squares off the top of their head, you're going to put it in your calculator. Well, if you put this in your calculator without parentheses, it's going to turn out negative, okay? Because it's going to square this 4 and then tag the negative on at the end. So if you're going to put it in your calculator, you need to put it in just like this. So it'll be a -4 times -4, which is 16. 10 squared is 100. All right, so D equals, well, 16 plus 100 is 116. And now all we have to do is figure out what the square root of 116 is. Now, sometimes you'll just leave it like this. But it just depends on what your multiple choice is asking for. If they're asking for the radical or if they're asking for the decimal. Okay, but when you put this in your calculator and take that square root, you get 10.8 when rounded to the nearest 10. Okay. All right, so I think you guys are ready to try one on your own. All right, so take a moment to write this down, work it out, and press play when you're ready to see if you got the answer right. All right, so first thing, write your formula down. Okay, label your ordered pairs. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Plug your values in. X2 is -6 minus X1, which is 5. Y2 is 3 minus Y1, which is -1. All right, simplify your parentheses. This gives us -11 squared. This gives us 4 squared. Negative 11 squared is 121. 4 squared is 16. 121 plus 16 is 137. And if we take the square root of that and round it to the nearest tenth, we get 11.7. So hopefully you guys got that right. Let's move on to example 2b. Example 2b, we're going to find the distance between the 2 points using the distance formula, and this time we're given a graph. So take a minute to write that down, press play when you're ready to work through it. Okay, so we're going to do this one the same way that we did the first two, except we're not given our ordered pairs. So we're actually going to have to find the ordered pairs. So if we look here, this is -2, -2. And this is -1, 3. Okay. All right, I'm just going to rewrite these over here. It does not matter what order you write the ordered pairs. It does not matter which ordered pair you say is your first ordered pair and which ordered pair you say is your second ordered pair. Either way, you're going to get the same answer. Okay, so D equals, again, I'm just writing my formula. I always write my formula every time until I get the hang of what I'm doing. Okay, don't be lazy and not write your formula and then you start messing stuff up. Okay, so let's label our ordered pairs. It's our x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, our x2 is -2 minus x1, which is -1. y2 is -2 minus y1, which is 3. Okay, -2 plus 1 is -1 squared plus -2 minus 3 is -5 squared. -1 squared is 1. -5 squared is 25. One plus 25 is 26. And the square root of 26 rounded to the nearest tenth is 5.1. So the only thing that changed here for this problem was that we weren't initially given ordered pairs. We instead have to find ordered pairs. All right, let's go on to the you try. All right, so you guys take a minute and try this. Okay, so let's first of all identify our ordered pairs. 2, 1, and 5, -1. Okay, so I'm just going to write them down. 2, 1, 5, -1. Okay, write down our formula. Oh, label our ordered pairs. x1, y1, x2, y2. Now, x2 is 5, x1 is 2, y2 is -1, y1 is 1. 5 minus 2 is 3. -1 and -1 is -2. 3 squared is 9. -2 squared is 4. 9 plus 4 is 13. The square root of 13, you should have got 3.6. All right, now it's time to try your practice. Good luck. Let me figure out how to turn this thing on. Oh, turn this thing on.